Hey guys, First Army Sarge here, and I'm going to start a new little series on the Beginner's Guide for Collecting. If you want to start off early war, this is the #1 thing people do if they start collecting, is they start getting the gear for the M1928 Haversack. These were used early war until around 1944-ish. So this is called the M1928 Haversack. All the items that I have on here that I will link in the description below, so you can guys check them out when you're done. But this is the Haversack itself. Just a little bag, canvas bag, but once you have all your tent halves and all your different clothing and rations, it gets to be pretty big. And that's why it was really disliked during the war, because it's really crammed and really hard to get access to. So that's why they switched to different types of bags and stuff. So yeah. So first we'll start off here. On your M1928 Haversack, you may have to buy this separate, but it should come with a meat can pouch. This is where you put your mess tin. And yeah, these are really all different types of. You can get them, find them readily available. This is incorrect. Right now this should be hooked up here, but just for display, there's these holes on the side here where loops, and they hook up to here on the corner. But underneath that, you have your T-handle shovel. These are kind of expensive, maybe $100 you can pick one up for. Everything on this thing is original, but this would hook up here on the top, like all the other gear does. These were, like I said, they switched to the folding shovel, which I have there, in 43, 44-ish. But this is what they had early war. And they hooked them up to the top there, and they'd hang loose like that. They'd also have connections with these straps here to hold them securely. But, yeah. So you would need that, and M1928 Haversack, meat can pouch, and the shovel for now. And as the M1928 Haversack connects from these suspenders that are attached on the Haversack to your rifle pouch, your rifle belt, M1 Garand clip belt if you want to say it differently, but normally on a soldier's rifle belt, they would have these 3 items. They would have their canteen. Most of them would have 2 canteens on them, but I just have one on for now. Here. Canteens are readily available. You can pick them up for original ones with cup and covers for around $30-40 online. Pretty cheap. Another thing that comes kind of pricey are these cartridge belts right here. Depending on what you get them for, they'll probably cost you between the 50 to 100 range, depending how good in condition yours is and how hard the seller is price-wise. But yeah, these cartridge belts, and then also you would have your M1 Garand Bayonet. Mine's incorrect. I should have the longer version. Mine's a cut down. They did this later on in the war. Normal M1 Garand Bayonets would go around this bag, far with my hand. And they'd also attach them to the side here on these 2 little loops. I don't know if you can see them, but I don't want to do that right now, so you could just see it better. And then on the left here, we have my bandage pouch. It's, I think, dated 1942. Yeah. Everything on my gear setup is dated 1942 except for my bayonet, which is 43, but I have my bandage pouch. It's still got all the bandages and everything inside of it, which is kind of cool. And there's all different types of checkings on it. But if you're going to go major expansive on this pack, I highly advise that you put on the pack tail, so you can put all your gear in it. This is the reason how you can fit your, tent half and everything. This thing will get pretty bulky, go around this far, maybe even farther. It loops around your back, which is really weird, but yeah, so those will cost you around $20. Mine's unissued, which is beautiful, but yeah. And then, as I stated before, you could also use a folding shovel. These are pretty common. You can pick them up at a surplus store online, pretty cheap. But you can just also hook it up where the shovel is. But here, this is cool. This is basically an unissued pick carrier and cover. This would also, you can just hook it up here. Mostly used by maybe engineers or some sort of different thing, but yeah, that's your beginner's guide to M1928 Haversack. I'll post all the items below if you need help. Message me for questions, and see you later.